I once booked a short-term rental in a remote part of New Mexico because I had a job interview nearby, and it was too far to make the trip in a single day. I decided to turn it into a brief solo trip. I chose this particular rental because it was significantly cheaper than any hotels I could find. It cost nearly half as much. It was located about 30 minutes from the company I was interviewing with, which was fine by me. The rental was tucked away off a dead-end, isolated dirt road and had a sweeping view of the desert behind it. I brought my laptop with me so I could work remotely during the days, since I was still employed at the time. That kept me fairly occupied. I planned to stay for 3 days, with my interview scheduled for Tuesday, the second day of the trip. I'd be checking out Friday. Monday night, the evening before the interview, I was running through potential interview questions for that specific company, brushing up on last-minute research about the firm. I was sitting on the couch in the rental's small living room, typing away on my laptop, probably around 9 p.m., when I heard a soft tap on the window. Not exactly a knock, more like the tip of someone's finger. Instinctively, I turned toward the sound. I didn't see anything, it was pitch black outside. I was hesitant to pull the curtain aside, but I forced myself to do it. No one. Just the dark stretch of desert. I told myself it could have been a bug hitting the glass. New Mexico has its share of weird desert critters, after all. The interview the next day went pretty well. Afterward, I spent the rest of my time checking out the town in my car, trying new restaurants, and relaxing in the backyard under the sun. I had no idea at the time that someone may have been watching me from out in that expanse of wilderness. That night, back inside the rental, I was streaming Stranger Things on Netflix when the sound came again, a single, deliberate tap at the window. Definitely not a bug. My skin crawled as I rushed to the window, heart pounding. Again, no one. But that didn't mean nobody was out there. I checked the windows by the front door, cracked it open, and scanned the yard. Nothing. Then I went to the back, opened the sliding glass door, and stepped onto the porch. The silence was unsettling. The desert stretched endlessly into blackness. Then I heard it, a clicking sound. Like someone clicking their tongue against the roof of their mouth. It came from somewhere beyond the porch light, deeper in the desert shadows. Suddenly I felt like eyes were on me, like someone was crouched behind one of those shrubs or rocks, just out of sight, toying with me. I yelled out. And I swear, almost as if they replied, I heard another click. This time I saw them. A figure, standing a short distance away, dressed in dark clothing, nearly blending in with the night. I instinctively walked a few steps closer before freezing, realizing how dangerous that might be. I called out, "You're on private property. I'm calling the police if you don't leave." The person turned and walked away quickly, too quickly. I started wondering if it could have been the rental's owner, but that didn't really make sense. I had no clue what to think. The following night, I was in bed watching Stranger Things again, still thinking about what had happened. I was probably an episode and a half in, so about 90 minutes. Everything was quiet in the house. I eventually shut off the lights and tried to sleep. I had barely gotten comfortable when I heard it again. Click. This time it came from inside, from the slightly open closet across the room. My whole body jolted upright. In nothing but my pajamas, I sprinted outside and into my rental car. I started the engine and called 911. I stayed in the car with the headlights aimed at the rental, eyes locked on the front door, half expecting someone to emerge. A sheriff's deputy arrived. We entered the rental together and did a quick sweep. The place was tiny, barely any room to hide. Still, I packed all my things and left that night. I checked into a motel nearby. I reported the incident to both the rental platform and the host. I only got a partial refund. To this day, I still suspect the person might have been the host. Who else would have had a key? There were no signs of forced entry, and nothing inside was disturbed. But maybe it wasn't the host. Maybe it was a stranger who knew the place was remote. someone who was just waiting for the right time to creep inside.